Very nice.
Push the new pipe into it and it locks in.
Let's run a test on how our shaker plates work. Car sales car in for a PDI, MOT later. The shakers are quite violent. Let's have a look. Yeah, they're quite violent. It's quite nice having those rear plates, isn't it? Yeah. Whip them pins out and it'll really shake. I think that probably moves enough for a car.
Yeah, the cars that's fine. I think with the Class 7s it would be those out.
Yeah, Class 7 stuff, understandably, but they move it enough anyway to check for knocks on the back. There's a little demo there of how that works. Seems a bit lost on there, doesn't it? You could fit a smart car on behind there. Test them two at a time. Standard. First thing Tuesday morning, as usual, absolutely stacked. Little Polo GT. Turbo actuator malfunctioned, that's turned up now. Now come and pick that up ASAP, which would be nice, get out of the way. It's just a PDI, isn't it, that S-Max. Range Rover from last week, that's going on after that. That's got a shock and investigation work. Full service. Service and MOT on that Kia? Just an MOT. MOT, that is going back on the ramp because it needs a lower arm and PDI oil change and that. Jag over there, it's got a water leak and there's other stuff booked as well. So, let's go. I've just realised something. Drain the oil, got the filter ready, I thought, oh, where is it? What's going on? Hang on, where is it? And then I realised it's one of the really awkward ones. Let me just get a torch and I'll show you. There's the oil filter, all the way down in under there. Try. We have this tool, right? A lot of room to move it in there. So you could only do a quarter of a turn at a time with it. Just made it even better. Not looking too good, this Kia, on this pre-MOT inspection. The front discs and pads, I mean the pads are pretty thin for starters. We got this side, near side is binding. Feel it like that, it's pretty, yeah, you can hear it, it's just grabbing, it's not right. You can see on the rim that is hot brake dust, the asbestos in it. I mean, oh, that side is done, the pad, there's like no pad left, it's definitely 100%. Brakes all round really. Got the back down now, the front up, just to, you know, double check everything else. Definitely a bit of movement in that. See the drive shaft moving with it. That's the wheel bearing. I thought it might have been the ball joint, but closer inspection, the wheel bearing's gone. A few bits that need doing on this thing. Get it off the ramp, write up a price and that for it. It's good. Bonnet just comes back down on its own. I better get a bar for that, otherwise I'm going to end up being guillotined, don't I? Okay, see if we can find out where this water leak's coming from on here. Oh, phone's ringing again. It ain't stopped today, honestly. Let's go. That's not the leak we're looking for, but that rocker cover is very oily. Found out where it's leaking from. It is coming from the back of that water pump unit where it meets the block, so obviously the seal behind there is gone, it's weeping. It's basically a transit engine. Big Dan over at DVS said, anything you do on a transit, you take the manifold off. There's only a couple of bolts, right? So that manifold's got to come off. Obviously it's belt driven, via this slot, so we need to move all of this stuff out of the way, battery out of the way really to give room. All this stuff's got to come out of the way, belt off, separate it from there, be able to get to the bolts that hold it onto the housing, and numerous pipes, etc. It's yeah, it's a pretty big job, so we'll speak to the customer and see what they want to do. Obviously it's not going to fix itself, it'll only get worse, so we'll see what they come back with. Put those bits back on there, get it out the door and see what they want, and then next one's coming on the ramp. It's a bit dodgy whacking things on this ramp because it bounces up and down like that, isn't it? Alexa, pause. Next one on. It's flat out today. Full service on this one, plugs, filters, a lot. There we go. Jaws. Ah! Leakage! Shove the shaft back in, quick. I smell bullshit.
No.
No, I know.
Doing it all.
Yeah, right, mate. Perfectly acceptable when you're doing it to your own van.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's Dan's race van. Yeah, just maintenance. Not covering anything up. Nah, this is he races karts. That's his race van. And he's obviously not that busy, so he's looking after that. I was just saying, Dan's obviously not that busy. Yeah. He's been working on his race van for the past, what, at least a day. Anywho. The aggro. So much aggro just to get at that bolt at the back for this shock. Oh, mate. Oh well, we're there now. Bye bye. Bye bye. Ooh. Ooh. Very nice. Oh yeah.
Original Ford.
Definitely glad that's not my job. He loves it.
Didn't get that last week.
No, I know. Didn't manage to slide it in. Glad to see the back of that Range Rover. What a pig of a job, just to change that rear shock. Know what to expect for next time now though. Every day's a school day. Just pulled this cash guy in. That's having a full service done as well. Little convertible Golf turned up for some bits. We got an Astra, that Astra from earlier obviously. That's going back today. It looks like chicken curry. Isn't it?
Not nice.
No. Oh dear. Well, I think the head gasket's gone, and there's issues with the ECU as well. What's that? 62? Yeah, that's alright. That's the car written off, isn't it? 56,000. It's even less. No one's going to spend the money fixing that, are they? Let's be honest. Fiat 500. That's waiting on bits as well. Exhaust, shock. That's PDI as well. God, it's just, it ain't slowing down this week, I tell you. I've just remembered something about these engines. What's that mean? Yeah. Bloody another slow fill one. Oh. why not? Thought we'd have a little play with the rollers, like, not signed off or anything yet. But at least we know that we can test brakes with it. It's nice to know that the system, you know, it's all working as well. First practical test. Here we go again. It's rammed. Yeah, that's all just come in. That's just come in. That's just come in. That's just come in. Kia's obviously there. Kia and the Fiat were the only ones from like the other day that were waiting on bits. The rest of it's all new stock. Well, new cars. And it's raining for a change as well, so everything's soaking wet. Let's go. First thing, Boxer. No brake pedal. So I imagine something's burst. So let's have a dive into that first thing. That is the culprit. No fluid in the reservoir. Topped it up, pressurised it. It's actually leaking out the caliper where the seal around the piston. Looks like the pads have gone too low. Like, I think they're metal on metal. So that's that. Next one coming on. These are tight. And that is why.
So much thread lock.
You had to use that thing a couple of times. Might have invested one for those really tight wheel bolts. Whoa. What are we going to find on this dodgy motor? Not looking good. I'm only joking. Nice up together van, to be honest. Just done the service on this 2019 Qashqai. The rear brake pads are like, there's nothing on them, so changing them. Obviously electric handbrake, so we've got to put it in the service mode. Do that. Cool. Wafer thin. Fiat 500 needs exhaust replacing. Supposed to be a clamp on that, but there ain't. That's where it's blowing from mainly. And still the same. Next day, rammed. Yeah, I mean that's got probably drive shaft to change on that because it's flagging up a speed sensor fault. Quite often the rings on the drive shaft crack. That'll be a nightmare to get out, I imagine, because it's a manual 3 litre diesel one. Little Citroen in for a PDI. I'm just about to swap all this around and get that Kia on that needs all the brakes and that doing, so we can MOT it later. Dear oh dear, what a mental week. shuffle all these cars around now, get the last one out for MOT. Like, whew, dear. It's been a long one. But honestly, I know I say it a lot, we're just busy all the time. Stuff coming in the future. At the minute we're vlogging because we're so flat out doing stuff. The workshop's a mess. Like, we've got so much stuff that we're going to sort out and capture, push the business forward. We're going to expand as well. Come in potentially end of the year. Oh, that's going to be a whole nother chapter. Thanks to everyone for tuning in and following us along our journey of trying to grow this business. You know, hopefully a couple of months time this will be, all the legal side will be done, signed off, so we can actually MOT here rather than having to run them to the other station that we use. They very kindly allow us to do that. That is, you know, massive help. Shout out to them for letting us do that, even though it does occupy most of our evenings every week. Could always be worse, couldn't it? That's enough. We'll see you on the next one.